Everything else is our humble, feeble attempt to put down what we hear into another language. Words, numbers, pieces of paper. The art and science have to live together. They want to live together. I think a lot of people might not know what acoustic engineers or acousticians do. It's a technology craft to try and optimize the performance of any space where critical listening takes place. That could be from a stadium to a concert hall. It's double wall construction to a recording studio. This is a good old-fashioned music recording studio. This is for rock and roll bands. My start was with Jimi Hendrix. He hired me to do it in the studio, and how lucky was I? I mean, I got to work with a true genius. I mean, someone who just heard stuff. Hendrix. And he dies, and no sooner does he die than the next person who moves into Electric Lady is Stevie Wonder. There's another guy who just heard stuff. And, you know, these guys are on another wavelength. Okay, so here's a studio we're doing for one of the guys from Fish. It's the profession that I chose, and I love it. The first thing I wanted to show you. It's a perfect medium for me because I love architecture, music, and technology. So how lucky to be at this nexus of these three universes. Symphony Hall in Boston, it holds a particular fascination for me. I'm pretty sure it was one of the first auditoriums that actually was designed according to acoustic principles.
It's beautiful. Sounded lovely.
This is my favorite seat. If you sit here for that passage and then go, say, back to what might be called a money seat, right dead center, it's not as good. It's just not as interesting. Not as many overtones. I know a little bit about the science. I mean, I think I probably know a little bit more than some on the science. And I'm just always going to vote for shoebox.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about the shape that seems to work over and over again.
Yeah. No, we're very, very lucky. It enhances everything we do.
Yeah, and I think you can hear everybody, right? You can hear.
Yeah, we can hear each other very well, but not too much.
Not too much. Can you play again?
You want it once more?
I want to walk around while you play. It's the overtones, and then you go, then like, you know, take this seat. Okay, which is a really good visual seat.
Yeah, right in the
There's
middle.
just less of them.
Yeah.
There's just less overtones.
Yeah.
It's the same piece. There's just less. It's like
It's
a little bit of a
less
sponge.
enveloping and yeah.
It's not quite as enveloped.
Yep.
Thank you.
Of course.
Amazing.
Perfect, perfect, yeah.
I thought you wanted me to play the rest of it.
It's very even. It's very even up here.
Yeah, it's a beautiful,
extraordinary.
beautiful stage. Symphony Hall is my favorite hall. I've been playing here now for a quarter century, and the Bach that I played was the very first thing I ever played on this hall, and it was for my audition for the BSO. And until that point, I hadn't ever played in a hall this great. So when I tuned before
The piece you just played?
Yeah, that was-
You played 25 years ago for an audition?
26, 27?
Right here.
Long time ago. Yeah, yeah, right here on this side of the stage, and there was a curtain, and the committee was over there. And playing the open strings for the very first time on this stage was an epiphany. I thought, I didn't know my violin could sound like this. I didn't know how easy it was to play with a hall that's so giving and works with you. I feel like for us in the BSO, the hall is a natural extension of our voices and what we're trying to say as musicians. And that's why it's so much a part of who we are as a musical organism.
For the listener, this has to come out as one unified event. and then the hall takes over. I don't know why Symphony Hall in Boston sounds the way it sounds. I don't know why Buddy Holly can sing the way he can sing, or why Puccini can write chords that just the chord will make me cry. Forget about the passage, just the chord. Just the chord, just the last chord on the first act of La Bohème, and I'm in tears.